Your audio went out for a second.
Ready?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
This is the Bacchanal Podcast, a fusion of hip-hop, video games, comics, music, and nerd culture, pulled up into one spectacular show. Join KC and Akil each week as they discuss nerd culture while adding a Trinidadian Canadian spin on it. It's Blerd news like you've never heard before.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Episode 107.
Yeah, you can just talk right here, buddy.
We got a special guest.
Just.
Our first test.
Okay, they can hear you. They can hear you, buddy.
Good.
All right, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that in due time. Hi, everybody. It's Akil. I got my my demon song over here.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right. We're gonna bring it down.
I'm gonna draw that screen.
All right. So when it's time for us to review,
I'm not gonna boo.
No, not a boo. Review.
I'm not gonna boo.
When it's time to review, we'll bring it in there.
Boo.
Casey, how are you, sir?
I'm not gonna boo.
Good, man. Doing nice. Doing great.
How was your Christmas?
Yeah, man. Happy holidays, everybody. My Christmas was pretty good. I just had to kill the mic on my side because I could hear myself there. Got this cracked up.
Yeah, I don't have the headphones on for a second.
I got the beer.
You don't have no beer, boy. So I brought the special guest because I went and saw Liam. Y'all stop talking for a sec. Since we went and saw Spies in Disguise, I'm not the target audience, so I brought this guy with me today.
Okay, we got the live sounds.
Since he's the target audience.
Live right now? Yeah, we can see you. YouTube can see you. We can all see you on this.
Wave to the camera.
Oh, wave to the camera. Bye.
Say hey, and what your name is.
Hey, Liam.
Hey, Liam. Okay, all right.
What movie did you see, Liam?
What movie did you see, Liam?
Spies and Skies.
How'd you like it?
It's very good.
What happened in the movie?
And I figured out the gene from Aladdin was the spy, and I figured out Peter Parker was the gotcha guy.
Okay.
Look at you knowing about the cast.
What political aspect of the situation did you feel about the characteristics of the history and contemplations of their movie?
It's good, but my dad has a statue for his crib.
Okay. All right.
One of your toys?
Yeah, he's looking at my Funkos. You want to drop that trailer for Spies in Disguise?
Yeah.
Go ahead, you can drop that on your side there.
I see the chair for Spies in Disguise.
All right, we're gonna drop that, son. All right, during this part, you gotta be quiet.
Let me turn down the music on this side here.
I got it queued up and waiting for it to load.
Okay, I just killed the volume on this end. So let's see that trailer.
Anytime now, trailer.
You know you can tell when you're the
Will Smith.
Long starting. Lance Sterling.
That's big.
Everyone knows the name. La 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 la.
Hey, Willie.
Even did the woos.
Oh yeah, he gives you all the Big Willie styles. Oh hell no.
Boy.
Thank you.
Okay. Is this a Disney or what?
It's probably the right amount.
I want to say it's Illumination.
Oh,
I've been working on this thing at home. It is going to change spying forever. It's called biodynamic concealment. Imagine if I can make you, wait for it, drumroll please, disappear.
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 Why are you saying it like that?
For a
Did you like that part, buddy?
Yeah, I like
Next
that.
generation concealment.
I like the whole
You have it on hand, would you?
I do happen to have it in hand.
Show it to me.
Sure. Well, can I offer you a drink? I got water, drinkable meal replacement.
That's where he messed up. He went and drank the man's business.
Diet stuff has a weird aftertaste.
He even mentioned what it was.
Well, you just drank it.
Pizza the West.
Subject appears disoriented.
All right, you're showing too much of the plot here. Let's start talking about the review.
Yeah, just stop the trailer because it's freezing up on my end.
All right.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, it was
Trailer is done.
Yeah, it was juddering up a bit on my end.
Oh,
Looks
okay.
like
Okay. So let's talk about this. Spies in Disguise. This is an Illumination film starring Will Smith as Lance Sterling.
Yeah.
Reba McEntire as Joyless.
Very good. Because it's very straight.
All right, I'm gonna let you have your moment, boss.
I'm having find something to play with.
Okay, before you find something to play with, let us know what you thought about the movie.
The movie, I thought the movie was good.
Okay, what did you enjoy about the film?
I enjoyed about the movie. It was fun.
Was it funny? How did you feel about the animation, the animation of the different characters? Did that look good?
Yeah.
What about the villain?
Bad because he turned into the same guy.
That was a plot point. The villain was able to take other people's faces and mimic other people.
you have to get Liam closer to the mic so we can hear him better.
Okay.
Because it was very good.
There we go.
He fit other people's faces, and then the movie is very good.
Okay, look at the camera when you talk.
Sure say.
And then what else did you like about the film? What was it? Did you like the message? What did you learn from the film?
The movie was good because Peter Parker and the team had friends in it.
Yes. So Peter Parker, aka Tom Holland, his character, he is an early MIT graduate. He's young. He has all these new innovative tech.
He's from Avengers because he's Peter Parker.
We know.
He's from Spider-Man Far From Home.
That is true.
Do you have a solo thing up there?
Well, you have the crazy attention span all over the place.
I'm gonna find some.
All right, are you done?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right, say one last word about the podcast. I mean, about the
Mic to the
Spies. Say it in the mic.
I thought it was black people good.
It was black people good? What's that mean?
It means it was very, very good.
Okay.
So can we put this arcade?
Okay. No, go see your mom now. Thanks, sir. Good job on the review.
He's out of here.
No. I'm gonna finish now. You did your part. You want to say one last word? Anything else you want to say? All right, go see your mom and play with the. All right, boss, we're good. I don't know what you're gonna do. You're gonna do something. Thank you. Great review. Oh, I even left the door. 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
Spies is black people good. Ain't that something?
All right.
You heard it live, folks.
Yeah, we might have to add that in for rating categories.
Black people good. That's a new one. All right, so let me.
Since the kids are gone, let's get the gunshots in.
All right, gunshots are in. All right, so back to the good old fashioned review. So we got Reba McEntire and there's Joyless. She's the head boss. But the two characters and the character dynamic is between Will Smith's Lance and Tom Holland. His character had a boring name like Will or Wilbur.
Okay.
Why they don't have that man listed in the? Because I'm looking at the IMDb and they don't even have him listed first. What the hell's Tom Holland? Everybody but him. Another surprise casting in this film was my boy DJ Khaled showed up out of nowhere.
Okay, they're like, why not just throw whoever in this thing?
All right, so Tom Holland played Walter. So the dynamic between the two is, again, Tom Holland's character is this like tech whiz. He wants to make non-lethal weapons.
Okay.
Because his mom was a police officer. She died on the field.
Yeah.
And he wants to, couple with non-lethal weapons so there'll be less collateral damage. Yeah. Now, Will Smith, he's accustomed to using like all these different weapons that are quick to neutralize people. So he's on the field and he's ready to use his grenades, but out pops out some glitter and the damn cat. It's like, meow! Like he's like, what the hell's been messing with my shit? Like, what's going on? Yeah. So he goes back to the office. He meets Tom Holland. They banter back and forth. He fires his ass. He's like, look, I need people killed. I don't need glitter. I don't need sticky bombs. I want them done. I don't want to deal with them again.
Exactly.
And that starts with their dynamic of, he's fired. And then Will Smith's character runs into the new bad guy who's who's played by Ben Bilston. That was the guy that was in Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah, he's always playing a bad guy. His character's very, very similar to the villain from Skyfall. He's disfigured. He has a hook, not a hook, but like a cybernetic hand, and he's able to mimic people's faces. So he mimics Will Smith's face and gets him, not an espionage. What's the term? Frames him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he frames him, so the whole Secret Service is after Will Smith. He has to turn to get Tom Holland to help him. Tom Holland's crazy ass is working on some type of invisibility serum, but a pigeon. But he was practicing on the pigeon feather, and Will Smith's fast ass just grabs it and drinks it without even realizing that he was experimenting with the feather to make sure the feather goes invisible. Pigeon.
Okay. So does Will Smith have the voice, but it's still just a pigeon?
Yeah. So Will Smith voice is the Will Smith Willyisms, but it's in the pigeon body. Another thing, this is not really a spoiler, but he's not pigeon the whole movie, because I was happy about that. I hate when they like a black character's in the animated film and they make him a creature for the whole movie. He's not pigeon the whole movie.
Okay. So what would you give this thing? We're checking out.
Yeah, I give it a 7.4. They had like a message about collateral damage and that the military and I guess special ops needs to take responsibility to what they're doing, because they were using drones like what Obama was doing back in the day. He'll send out drones and shoot up all these places, and he would think about all the civilians that would get hurt as well. And that was the bad guy's motive. He was somebody that was actually injured due to Will Smith's weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, they got a little dope little angle here where it's not just stupid. The characters actually get hurt throughout the film. I like that. Like I like when Tom Holland's character would fall and he'll be bruised, and he'll be bruised until like later on in the film where he might heal or something like that. Like you see visible injuries on the characters in the film, which you don't really see in the animated film. The animation itself is done very well. There's a couple of scenes where they're in water. The water's done beautifully. I was like, damn, some top notch. Like this is like Disney Frozen animation.
Okay.
Like they did a really good job with the animation. Will Smith's Will Smith. The animated character looks like Will Smith. He's giving you 90s first season The Fresh Prince Will Smith.
Yeah.
That loud, bombastic. Hell no! Damn.
When the bad guy died, did he say this?
They gonna hunt you for the rest of your days.
Did he ask you this?
You don't want this. That's by your worries.
Bacchanal.
Just wondering,
No, he didn't say all that. I will tell you though, like a lot of these movies where it's kids and they're dealing with spies.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting hurt. Like this guy killed people.
And he was
murdered people. Like there's one guy, like somebody will get killed and you'll be like, yeah, he had his ass. He had it coming. He just grabs like a random IT dude. And the guy's like, you said you'll let me go. He's like, I'm gonna let you go. All right. He hangs him outside the window, just drops him.
Hey man, I just hooked up these sound effects, man. I want to play.
I'm like, are we really doing that in the kids' movie?
Yeah, the guy before he fell was like,
he lied.
You're having too much fun there. All the supporting characters are kind of just boring and basic. Reba's just there to be Southern. DJ Khaled, he to me was like the voice of the audience. He'd be like, damn, that's kind of fly. Or there was a scene where like some type of like sticky glue like flew out. He was like, damn, you're gonna mess up my kicks, man. He has some nice Jordans on. And he was part of an espionage team that was investigating Will Smith. They were led by Rashida Jones. And then they also had Karen Gillian. She was a character called Eyes. She didn't really do anything. I didn't even know it was her. And then DJ Khaled's character was Ears. He had like all these different microphones.
Okay. So one was the eyes, one was the ears. Yeah. I feel that. What I like to call that is easy money. That's what the Khaled just
did, right? That was an easy check. The way they incorporate Tom Holland's different weaponry in the film, I thought that was done well. There's a scene where he's not sure if he's going to make a jump, and it kind of turns into like pixel art, like a 16-bit video game where he's visualizing himself making the jump. And he tries to make the jump, he falls. I was just like, okay, that's cool. The different weapons, like the sticky weapon, he has a non-lethal hug weapon, where it's like a hug ball that protects you from everything. All these weapons sound real goofy and dumb, but his whole motive is to be non-lethal. And incorporate that into the I guess they're the CIA/FBI special task force that they are.
Good luck with that when they nuke his dumb ass.
Well, it's one of those movies where it ends and you're like, oh, it's gonna be a happy ending. Man, this is on the lines with Monsters University. They might get fired at the end. they might get pink slips at the end of the movie.
Yeah, it ain't gonna last.
Oh, I'm gonna leave it that way. So yeah, definitely check it out. They actually did a good job for a kids film. I thought they're gonna like half-ass it because they're like, our target audience is kids, so who cares?
But adults are the ones paying that thing, so they got to take care of us too.
Yeah, they took care of me, man. I enjoy because I went in there like, man, it's gonna be a dumbass pigeon movie because the premise from the movie is a short film called Pigeon Impossible, and it was about a guy who was a special agent, same name Walter, and the pigeon gets a hold of his tech, and the pigeon just wanted some breadcrumbs, but the guy didn't give the breadcrumbs to him, so the pigeon's like, okay, I'm gonna get mines. And he takes that guy's tech and he's like targeting him with all this Mission Impossible tech just so he can get some breadcrumbs. So they took that premise, they flipped it. They're like, we're going to put some spice in it and put a black man in there. And Big Willie has a new song. It's like Jetpack something. I don't know what he was rapping about.
I'm good on that, bro.
So corny. Yeah, it's like Jetpack.
Good on that. I ain't mad at him, but I'm good.
So yeah, 7.4. I enjoyed this more than the last Star Wars movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This shit had action set pieces. I understood the villain. There was actual plot. I felt there was a sense of danger throughout the film because this villain, he was willing to kill children. He tried several times. Like he's like I'll have some kid blood on my hands. Like kids weren't safe, pigeons weren't safe. Nobody was safe.
Okay. That's nice. Oh, Lee, man. Got these sound effects working. We got YouTube working. We here, man. We working. This is a good feeling, man. I could drop a horn on you. I could drop a bomb. You know what I mean? It's feeling nice right now. So, Akil, what's good, man? You want to tell the fellow Bacchanalists what we're going to be talking about tonight in this podcast?
Will do. That boy took off my damn arcade. I'll play Mark.
This is the background all set too.
Man, I had my background set up, man. That boy went and took off my arcade.
You can see it. It's looming in the background like me looming behind you, ready to defeat you in that game, in that arcade system.
Nice. I'm going to practice.
You practice on. Yeah, you keep practicing.
I'm going to practice. I'm going to be on paternity leave. I'm going to get these damn games in.
I'm looking to conquer fucking Twitter next. I got to stop swearing, though. soon. Yo,
is that your New Year's resolution to stop swearing
on the pod? You know what I mean? I want us to be on Twitter with no issues, but I think we could swear on Twitch. I think we can swear on Twitch with no issues. I gotta look into it.
All right, but go ahead. Yeah, what do you want me to do? What are we doing? What are we doing?
But yo, a man in New York got the cutlass for real. You didn't hear about that in the news?
Hell no. What the hell's going on in New York?
I don't know. He went into a church or something, and he brought a cutlass into the church. He was cutting people up or some shit, some crazy shit.
That's when you shoot them.
Hey, yeah. It was a synagogue. He went into there and he was just cutting people up.
New York City or New York State?
New York City.
Man, their weapon laws are so weird there. How do you just walk around New York with a cutlass?
Cutlass is a big ass knife.
Is that like where did he put it between his butt crack? Like where?
I don't know. And pray for all the people that went through this, but I was just like, shit. I have a hashtag on our Instagram called Get the Cutlass. Man, this man must have read that shit.
Took that shit to heart. He's like, that's way of life.
I was like, oh shit, oh boy. Yeah, man. Let's tell them what we're gonna talk about today.
All right, we got Mandalorian discussion. We got a Witcher discussion.
Yes.
Best worst movies of the decade, and then we're gonna end with Uncut Gems.
I didn't get the chance to see that, but I'll ask you questions about it. It's coming out on Netflix also, but I'm gonna definitely question you. I'm hearing amazing things about that movie.
It was good, man.
Oh yeah, I'm hearing amazing.
So let's talk about Mandalorian real quick. I want to new year, new format. I'm gonna try to keep these episodes under an hour and some change.
Yeah, man.
Y'all got a short ass attention span. I've been doing some polls, And a lot of y'all are like, yo, once I see 2 hours or more than an hour, I feel intimidated. And even when you guys write down those episode descriptions, I'm too lazy to skip to the exact part. So just try to keep it at a low minimum. So I'm going to do that for y'all.
All right, let's get into it. Mandalorian, man.
All right, we're going to talk about you want to play a trailer or anything? Let's just get into it. These niggas know.
Let's get into it, man. Yeah, they know what it is. And I don't want to get it on YouTube yet at all. You know, that's been happening. So
the trailer ain't nothing. It's just what's wrong? That sound.
I highly recommend the show. I enjoyed this episode thoroughly, man. I was watching it and I was like, oh God, Star Wars, why don't you guys communicate like Marvel's communicating? Like, get it together, guys, because this episode was phenomenal. It's a TV show, so it's on the levels of, you know, those
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy. You know, it's on that line of level of stuff, but the budget is good. But it's a TV show at the same time, so I understand that. But they knocked this thing out the goddamn park, in my opinion. Akil, what'd you think? I'm gonna get more into it when you get your thoughts on.
I think they should have kept the man's face revealed. They showed me that Mexican face way too damn early. Now all the Trump supporters are gonna stop watching the show. They're gonna say, God damn it, they gave a jetpack to one of these damn Mexicans.
Good, fuck them. Who cares?
We gotta build the wall higher.
Fuck y'all. He got a jetpack now, bitch. He gonna fly over that shit. Fuck y'all.
Hey man, they're like, you got Mexicans in space.
I like the reveal, man. I was before the episode started. I was like, "Are we gonna actually go a whole season without even seeing this man's face? Are they gonna really do that to us? You wanted to go without seeing his face, or you wanted to be more?
Man. Let that man's face be a mystery.
Nah. I liked it. I like that.
And his face is looking crazy. He took that mask off. I was like, damn.
He looked like he just came off a harsh night of tequila.
I'm like, man, are you here? Say it. He about to say, see? Almost stop.
Looked like he had a good shot of tequila.
Wake up, Mando. Wake up. No, say. No.
Nah, I like the way they did it with no music in the background, no nothing. It was just cold like this right now. It was just him, like, it was just realistic, like as if you're really taking off a mask. It was humanizing him, in my opinion, the way they did that. They didn't make it epic by slowing it down or panoraming and showing the back of his head first or none of that shit. It's like a real human moment. No music in real life. No soundtracks to this shit. Just real shit. And it was real. He looked fucked up. You know what I mean? So
that guy looked like he just got punched by Mike Tyson.
I felt that shit when I saw him. I was like, damn, man, he's just a man. You know, like after seeing him do all this shit from the last 7 episodes, I was like, he is just a man under there. So, you know, I liked it. And I would have been pissed if they made us wait for the next season. Like, oh, gotcha, bitch. Wait till next season to see him. So I was happy they showed him. And the way they did it, I thought it was the best way they could have.
Shout out to Jason Sudeikis for punching Baby Yoda. He catching all types of heat on Twitter right now. They're like, fuck you, man. You punching babies?
They were punching him hard, too. They could have been just
real hard.
They were like full-fisted snuff. Snuff. Like they were like they were not respecting the man's job, man. They had no.
Man, they snuffed that baby, man.
Yeah, it was a full-on snuff. But yeah, I felt bad for him too. I was like, that ain't even funny. That's just cold. How'd you feel about the beginning cold start like that?
I don't know, man. I was ready to call CPS. I was like, y'all got one more time to drop this child in front of me. I don't care that he's 50 years old. He's a baby in my eyes.
Hello, child services. Is this you?
The galactic CPS.
Yeah, people call child services on Disney Plus for this. Yeah, people are
crazy ass people. Taika Waititi was a standout of this episode. His IG-11.
Him also, man.
He did a great job. He had a emotional moment at the end of this episode where he came out guns blazing, walking in lava, blew himself up the self-destruct that he kept threatening to do.
It was like Judgment Day. All he was missing was
did that?
Yeah, going into the fire. But yeah, that was good. I liked it how it started. At first I was a little cheesed, but it was actually funny. So it had the momentum still when the two stormtroopers were on the motorcycles waiting for the next order. And then they're trying to shoot like the can basically, and they kept missing the can because stormtroopers can't shoot for shit. So I like the little jokes they put in there, and I like the way that the robot ended up coming and just getting them, even though it felt so unconsequential to the last ending of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool, and I like the way the robot like twisted his.
Because they literally just murdered Nick Nolte's character.
Yeah,
and then they're just shooting the shit after. Like it's like, we made that shot.
Yeah, exactly. But I like the way the robot like moved his body around to protect Baby Yoda. Like while he was popping at people and shooting, he moved the body back. Like the way he was doing that, I was like, oh, this is a dope episode, man. It had me watching on the edge of my seat the whole time. You know what I mean? So
now is Baby Yoda gonna get a name next season?
I know we're a bunch of racist assholes, eh? He looks like that other green motherfucker, so he's one of them too. He's the same. You know what I mean?
Now the actor Gina Carlo Esposito with Gus from Breaking Bad. His character I thought was great. I like that. It was like a black saber he had at the end, which he used to cut open that ship.
Yeah,
he came out with his hair all slicked back. Now I don't know the significance of that. What does that mean?
So that sword is from Clone Wars and Rebels. I don't know exactly what it is, so don't kill me on this. I wish we had Jarvis or what's his name on this episode.
Yeah,
but that's from that's actually like a Jedi like saber. Also, it's like the same type of thing, except they changed it around and made it more powerful. And that's what like a Mandalorian was using in the Rebels. So that's like a weapon that. Remember when the Mando was talking about, oh, he's definitely part of he definitely knows who I am, because he's probably one of the guys who got the weapon. He was probably a Mandalorian also back in the day, or Mando's gonna get that weapon because they use that to fight Jedis. Like
it's a clan. It's like a street fraternity.
Yeah, so that weapon is to like be able to defeat Jedis.
Okay,
and that could cut through anything, and except I don't think it could cut through the steel that Mando's wearing now. You know that?
Yeah, he spent that money. He decked himself out with that nice metal.
So I don't know correctly. Tell us in the chat. Tell me I'm wrong on the podcast. Next time, tell me anywhere you want. But I think that could cut Jedi's lightsabers can't cut through his thing, but that thing can. So it's like super power OP. That knife that he has, that thing he's got. Yeah, the fades on now. Yeah, that he has. You know what I mean? So that's what's significant about that. It goes. You have to go back now and watch Clone Wars on Disney Plus and Rebels to get caught up on what that sword is. And I got to do this. Yeah.
I'll do that on my leave. Now let's talk about this as a whole. As a whole, I think the show is great. I think it's probably some of the best entertainment of Star Wars we received in the past 5 years.
More than that.
10 years. And I just hope that they keep this ball rolling and that they up the ante next season. They up the production next season as well. Gina Carano, I thought she did an okay job. There was a scene this last episode where she had like an emotional moment, but it didn't really play off that well because she's not the best actress, but she's trying, she's learning. It reminds me of like when I was watching season 1 of Arrow, and some of the actors there were where they are today as actors. So anything you want to add?
Yeah, she did a lot better in this episode than she did in the past because she didn't have as much weight to carry in this one acting wise. This was more of an action scene for her. For me, watching this was much more enjoyable for her. I liked a lot of the actors. I liked how they all had their jobs to do and stuff like that. I love the way that the dude from Rocky Creed, how he kept taking the shots.
Yeah, Carl Weathers.
The way it was like his last time to be drinking, so he's like, "Fuck it, man!" He just stole the bottle and he's drinking.
One last ride.
Yeah, and the way he was shooting the guns, he was just like having fun. Like, looked like he was just having a good ass time filming this. I loved the robot, how it had like the R2-D2 robot who got up, and then he had like legs and arms and shit. I was like, what the hell? Why did they do this long time with R2-D2? You know what I'm saying? So, no, I liked a lot about this episode. I just wish that this whole season as a whole was maybe compressed down to maybe 6 episodes. Because there were 2 episodes in there that probably could have been condensed into 1.
I think 5. It was the one with the boy when he went to the desert and he met that boy, and the boy that whole episode was a waste.
We could have just missed that whole episode, and like 2 episodes could have been compressed into 1. So I think it could have done without 2 of the episodes there. But maybe 6 episodes next time. On Disney Plus, man, what y'all got next? Cause
we need some content, baby.
Yeah.
They're gonna cut that service until the Marvel stuff starts rolling out. They'll probably cut it until then.
Yeah, they should have had a preview for something coming next, like Loki or something at least, like starting like over this one, like be like
like overlap.
So to keep you like, oh, okay, I want to see that next. But Disney Plus, man, y'all got to drop something soon because people are gonna start dropping their shit. I paid for the whole year, so they already got me, but other people are ready to drop.
As whack as the DC universe is, whenever like a show would end, there's a new show start the week after. Like
exactly.
as soon as Titans ended, Harley Quinn.
Yeah. So they gotta come with that at least, man. They gotta come with that. And I'm hearing good things about that Harley Quinn cartoon. That's pretty fun.
It's on the server.
Yeah. Ski mask.
All right, let's get into this Witcher review. I'm gonna play the trailer real quick. I'm not gonna play all of it because that shit is long.
Cyrilla, you are the lion cub of Sintra.
Now, by the way, did you finish this?
I'm on episode 3. Episode 3 fully.
Oh man, never mind.
You can spoil.
Did you get to hear the Witcher song yet?
No.
Where he meets Dandelion, that guy sings like "Toss your coin to the Witcher." You didn't get to hear that song?
So yeah, I heard that.
That shit was fire.
It caught me off guard because it was actually good. Like I was like, what the hell?
I sent you that, man. We can squeeze that in the podcast some type of way. I don't know how.
You emailed it?
Yeah, I emailed that to you. That shit was fire. I sent you the MP4. Yeah, I love the incorporation of black people, man. We everywhere in The Witcher. None of that Lord of the Rings shit. You don't see no Negroes. Middle Earth. Niggas in Nilfgaard, baby. That's what this episode should be called. Niggas in Nilfgaard. We out here. All right, Casey, you still there? Look like you froze. I see your face is real stern. I see your face.
Yeah, the thing is freezing up on me.
I ain't gonna share shit no more then.
Yeah, I got the song here though. It froze up everything while I was doing this.
All right, well, The Witcher. I'm gonna tell you, man. Episode 1.
Can you hear us okay?
Woo! That sweet sounds right there. I hear it.
Tell me if it's too loud or what.
That's fine.
So we might have to talk over some of this still because of copyrights. You know what I mean?
Now it's loud. It's loud as balls now, Casey. I don't know what you did.
Okay. I'm lowering it down now.
All right. So Henry No Emotions Cavill is Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah.
First episode was rough, man. It's like he is still trying to find his footing of the character. To me, by episode 5, he starts hitting that stride where I was like, all right, now I get Geralt. You know, Geralt's grumpy. He's always like, fuck this. Like he fully embraces like the Geraltisms by episode 5. But episode 1 was rough.
Episode 1 was hard to watch for me because I don't know all the background stories of this stuff. So when he was walking to the town with the epic music, I didn't think it was too epic. Like I was like, okay, he's going into some small ass little town. It didn't seem epic to me. I did not like the king and queen. The battle looked cool though, but I didn't care for the king and queen. I get there trying to introduce the daughter and her plight and her situation. For episode 3 though, this show turned up. It turned up. Like he was Geralt to me, for what I know. When he was in the bed with the whore, and he had his little, when he said his little things, like his quick little things back to her, she was like, "Oh, you're not even paying attention." He was like, "You should be one person who would know when a person's pretending, of all people." You know, like he had some little joke, you know, like, you know, you're banging pair of dudes all the time, faking it. You can't tell when I'm faking it. You know, like I thought that was dope. He was fully Witcher to me, from what I know Witcher, in that from episode 3, and this has been going great. That's where I'm at right now. He's fighting some old woman who look all beat up, and she's like a zombie wolf looking thing.
Yeah.
And that battle's going great right now. I had to pause it because we had to start, but I was like, holy shit, this is going great.
Did you get to see the transformation of Yennefer from a hunchback to like a beautiful like?
Yeah, I'm watching the transformation right now. Did they take her uterus out? Is that what that was?
Yeah, she can't bear children.
That was her uterus then. That's
yeah,
sick shit, bro. Because it had the tubes and everything. It had the bag. First I thought it was a heart. And then I saw the 2 tubes and then the wide little earlobes. I was like, that's a fallopian tube. What the hell? What kind of sick shit?
All that shit for beauty, man. The girls are doing that right now in Dominican Republic right now. asking for the Yennefer.
Jeez, yeah, give me the Yennefer.
Give me the Yennefer. They walking in there, hunchback and everything. Give me the Yennefer.
Yeah, man. It's a fact.
Yeah, like I never cared for Yennefer in the game. I was like, man, she's an asshole. She treated Geralt like shit, and I always go for Trish, who they made a black woman, by the way.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. I was like, man, why can't these white redhead women get work no more? Y'all here making them black every minute. Mary Jane Watson, black. Jimmy Olsen on Supergirl, a black bald head black man.
That's true. What the hell's going on, man?
What the hell is going on here? Give these white redhead women they work, man.
Something's going on in the water, man.
Y'all got me fighting for Caucasian rights out here. Because I was like, you tell me you can't find a redhead white woman who's pretty to play Trish Marigold?
Yeah.
They got the opposite.
That girl's bad, though.
She is, but I'm just like, damn, at least give her red hair. They're like, nah, we gonna make it a dusty red. We ain't gonna they couldn't give us full Trish. Like they keep making redheads black people. I'm like, is Ginger the new nigga? Like, what's going on here? I ain't get the memo. So yeah, that was one of my moments in the show. I was like, damn, just come on now, because when they do that shit to us, we get mad. I get mad as hell. If you brought out Blade and you showed me an Irish white man with a with a slick blade, I'm like, what the hell is this? Irish Blade. I've been mad as hell if they did that. So yeah, for them to get rid of Trish Marigold like that, I'm just like, damn. But back to The Witcher. Yeah, the whole plight of Yennefer and her becoming the supreme witch, or what's the term?
Yeah, I don't understand that whole plight, man. I don't get it. The whole squad's trying to like keep her up because she's half elf or some shit. Like,
yeah, she's half elf, and she has disfigurements to her bone because of that. And then they have to go through this like long trial where they have to catch thunder, and if you don't pass the trial, you turn into like an eel. Some of the Witcher's backstory is revealed throughout the film, throughout the show. You find out that his mom was also a witch as well, and she left him with Vesemir, who trained him to be a Witcher. Now with the whole Witcher process, they take 10 boys, but only 3 survive the process. It's like a process of mutagens that they do stuff like they rip your body apart and mutate different parts, including your eyes, your heartbeat beats slower than normal people. You can't, like your sperm, like you can't get women pregnant because your sperm's all jacked up.
Let's be real. The Witcher is a black man who went up to like Yugoslavia or one of those countries who looked like LeBron James and was dunking on all them white niggas, man. Let's be real. Like when he walked in that bar, I was like, man, I think I've been here before. Like, I had that same feel. We don't serve your kind in here. God damn.
They do treat witches like black people, man.
I was like, what is going on here? Oh, when there's trouble, you're begging for help. When there's trouble on a plane, all looking at the black person like, help us. You know what I mean?
Help us, Gerald. Gerald sounds like a black name, too. It sounds like Gerald. It sounds like Gerald. Like Gerald Levert. Gerald Levert.
Let's just get it all on the table, man. Let's keep it real, man. This writer saw the things that was happening to black people in the real world, and he's like, let me write something very special. They'll never see this coming. I see it coming. You're fooling me, okay? The show was great. The battle fights, the choreography is great. That first fight I saw with the first job he did. The first job he did that with the girl who was going against the...
Hey, Casey, real quick, your audio's sounding choppy on my end.
Okay, let me kill this. Can you hear me better? Yeah, just let me know. I'm new with the audio here. How much sound?
It still sounds a little choppy, but we'll keep going.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a work in progress right now because I got this whole new setup thing going on. Can you hear me better now?
No, it's the same.
Still choppy.
Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah, I sound pretty clean on this side. And it says we're still recording. When did I first start chopping?
Like mid conversation of The Witcher, but we'll keep going.
Okay, cool. What was I talking about? It being black?
Yes, you want to stop recording and hit record again to see if it sounds good, or?
Nah, because I'll have to re-put it all together in Premiere Pro and have to do everything.
All right. We ain't got all that. We ain't got time for all that. Whatever you're running, if you're running anything in the background, just kill that then.
Yeah, let me kill off whatever else is open here. Let me close Google.
With Yennefer, we see her come from this, this background where she's looked down upon due to her race.
Yeah.
Okay, I sounded like I was
choppy. I just closed Google and I closed Discord that was in the background. Should be better in a little while, in a couple of seconds. Let's give it some time. Bear with us, people. We're trying some new things. We're trying to take this thing to the next level, so you can keep talking. I hear you smooth over here, though.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't want to give a bunch of information and it sounds like this when you're here. Yeah, Yeah. So with Yennefer, you're dealing with her plight of being half elf, people looking down upon her due to that and her disfigurement. She's still having sex with a black man, and that dude, he's like, I don't give a shit if you got the hunchback. Them cheeks are getting clapped.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And that's actually a problem that some reviewers are having. They're saying that it shows too much female nudity.
Oh Lord!
But there's a lack of male nudity. I was like, look, if you played the game, you see Witcher cheeks, you see everybody's cheeks. There's no cheek discrimination when you play The Witcher.
Yeah, they're just getting a fine-tooth comb out and looking for problems at that point.
I'm sure they're probably like, I saw Yennefer's pubic hair, but I didn't see Henry Cavill's pubic hair, so we gotta band together and end this.
Nah, man, come on, relax. Watch, they're gonna hear this. They're gonna put some dicks in season 2, probably. Watch.
You're gonna see a dick or two season 2. Now what they do later on in the season, if you play the game, Yennefer and Geralt basically are like surrogate parents to Cersei.
Oh,
that's the girl that's born, and like throughout the show, one of my problems is it's kind of disjointed because it's flashing between the past and present, but it all comes together. I want to say by episode 5, it comes together.
Yeah,
and then by episode 8, everything is ended, and you understand the dynamic of Geralt and Yennefer, and that she's kind of longing for love, and she's kind of longing to be a mother. And Geralt, he's destined to protect Cersei due to he had to help this queen out, and the daughter was supposed to marry this like porcupine-looking dude, and it was like a forbidden. He was some type of creature, and it was a forbidden love, and he didn't want a payment. And he's like, whatever, I'll take the wish. It was a wish or something like that he took, and it ended up bounding him to Cersei, where he's supposed to like take care of her for like the rest of his life. Like that child is.
Okay. Man, that's where people start screaming like, nerd alert! How are we supposed to know all that stuff?
They show all that throughout this season.
Oh, okay. Because I was watching the first 2 seasons. They're talking so much stuff. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about?
No. They explain stuff by episode 3. They start explaining 4. They start explaining.
Good.
They show you episode 8. They show you Geralt's mom and that she was a witch. Nice. No, a mage. A mage is the correct term. She was a mage. So he comes from a magic background, and she just left him, like I said, to be raised by those witchers, which is kind of effed up because I told you only 3 of the 10 kids survive. So his mom is kind of like, good luck.
Yeah. You guys.
His mom's basically like, it's hard in these streets. Good luck to you.
Yeah. So what makes their hair go white? Is that the mutations?
Yeah, like you got to think of like white hair, kind of like dead cells, pretty much. So it's mutation and magic keeping them alive.
So who do you think was a better character like this, the Mandalorian or the Witcher? After seeing the entire Witcher season, or as much as you've seen.
At first I was just like, man, this dude can't act worth shit, and the Mandalorian's giving me more emotion than the Witcher. But I'm telling you, by like episode 4 and 5, like he really embraced that grumpy ass Geralt, like.
Okay, good.
Get the fuck away from me. That type of he fully becomes Geralt by episode 5. You're like, okay, that's Geralt.
Yeah, because watching this in the Mandalorian, I was like, how is the Mandalorian giving so much more body language and emotion without even having a face to show? And The Witcher was like so emotionless at first. I was like, this is a great role for Henry Cavill to get better at acting. If this is all the demand of him, it's just be like, I don't know. okay. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. He has.
But
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with The Witcher. You have to have no emotion, but you have to have a personality.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be able to display personality with no emotion. It's a tricky thing to do, and then you gotta be likable because Geralt's a likable guy. He's charming, but he's an asshole, and he's grumpy.
Yeah.
So you gotta mix all those things. It's a lot of things you gotta juggle. But by episode 5, he finally sticks the landing. It's like those first 3 days. Maybe that third day he went in the trailer and he had a moment like Leonardo DiCaprio and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like fucking up.
That'd be funny to see Henry Cavill like that.
Henry Cavill's in the trailer just cussing at himself. Together.
This is your last chance.
Your last chance.
Fucking TV, not even cable. Fucking streaming.
Superman's about to leave your hands, bro, and you're gonna fuck this up too. Get it together, Cavill. Yeah, like I like episode 3, he probably went in his trailer and cussed himself out. Yeah, and had to come in the Jesus moment where he's like, all right, I'm gonna get this role down pat, damn it. And by that 4th episode, he hits his stride all the way to the end. I'm like, all right, you're Geralt now. But that first episode, if you just show people the first episode and that's it, they're gonna be like, this shit's whack as hell.
Ooh, yeah. What was the first fight scene with him and the girl on the street? Was that the 2nd episode?
Oh, who?
Geralt and the girl.
I think the 2nd episode was Trish, Marigold.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that comes together at the end because at the end there's a big battle and Yennefer needs help from like everybody. Trish comes out. Little does she know that Geralt's gonna be, clapping Trish's cheeks on the side, because what happened in the game was Geralt lost his memory. Trish found him, took care of him. He didn't even know that he was with Yennefer, and he was clapping them cheeks like every day. And then Yennefer comes back, and then he gets back his memory. He's like, "Oh shit, I had a whole girl, and you're the side ting. I didn't even know you're the side ting." Now, in the books,
a black man.
Now the books, it's different.
That's the best black man don't cheat I've ever heard. You see, what happened was
my memory.
You see,
what happened was they done wiped my brain. I didn't know I was clapping foreign cheeks.
I was passionately in love with this lawyer with this one woman here the whole time. You know what I mean?
You got to lie and be like, it reminded me of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going on. But in the book, it's different. A lot of things they changed in the game. Like the father of Cersei is he's like some king, and Yennefer is the mom, and she used magic and like that king's sperm or something like that to create Cersei. And Geralt takes her in as his daughter and trains her as a Witcher. Now, it seems like that's going to happen in this, but again, the parents are different in the book. So they got different lineage for Cersei. The whole relationship with Trish seems different because he didn't lose his memory yet, unless they do that season 2. But that whole dynamic is kind of different compared to the game. So I'm glad that they're following the book and not following the game, so you can get 2 separate Witcher experiences. You can play the game and get the experience of the Witcher that's going to be completely different from what you see on the show.
Yeah,
so I think
this makes me want to play the game more. Like, I'm watching the show and I'm like, all right, this is giving me the video game vibe. Like, so,
like I feel so bad for Yennefer. Like, I had to play the game and I clapped them cheeks because I felt so bad for her. I threw her on that damn unicorn. And I gave her that damn business. I was like, they treated you so wrong, girl. Don't say a word. Gotcha.
That was so confusing, though. Like, that whole cult of sorcerers and shit. That was so confusing for me as a viewer who doesn't know much about the video game or the books. I didn't understand that.
It comes together at the end. Later on in the show, you see Yennefer. Like, you gotta realize, like, Yennefer in the game, she's old as hell. She's like 900 years old. When she did that magic spell, like, it preserved her form of looking like that. So she doesn't age. She's always gonna look pretty like that.
So her origin story in the show is like 900 years before she even meets the Witcher then? Is that what's happening in the show?
In the show, it's not that far. But in the game, like, she's old as hell in the game. But she looks...
But like her story happened before. her story happens way before the Witcher story?
Her story happens, I want to say, about 15 to 20 years ago, but she still has that before she meets Geralt. Yep.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's not no like 900 in the show.
Oh, okay, because it's just confusing because she's like one of the sorcerer guys who gets Geralt to do a job to kill that other girl.
Yep.
He's like talking to so Jennifer's there because he's there talking to Geralt. So I thought it was all the same timeline.
They purposely make it disjointed because there's a reveal of where Geralt is, and that's in like episode 5. They're like, oh, they did that to mess with me on purpose. Okay. But at first, when they're doing that, you're just like, this is some disjointed bad storytelling. But it's intentionally done to give you the layer of surprise for a reveal that they do later on.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to watch the rest of this. I just haven't had much time this whole week. I got super busy, but I'm excited to watch this, man.
All right, so I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 because I want to jump into some other topics real quick.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give this 7. The first episode was weak, though. The second episode, it turned up. I did like the war in the first episode and the little fight scenes it had, but the second episode was good. Third episode has been going amazing, so I got to give it a definite 7.5.
I'm gonna say your review's in progress because you can't give a full review until you see the whole thing.
First, just where I'm at right now.
So Casey's in progress review right now is a 7. My full review of the whole series is a 8, and then once Casey finishes watching, we'll jump more into spoilers and shit because I want to watch it again because it's only 8 episodes and it's done like I said with a disjointed storytelling and that reveal. It makes you want to go back and watch it because you're like, oh shit, that's what was going on during this first scene. And it feels more epic now that you know what the outcome is. So that's what I enjoyed about it. All right, let's start spitballing. I'm going to talk about some of the best and worst of the decade. I'm going to say best artists. We're going to talk about movies, and I'm going to talk a little bit about music as well.
Oh, you want to do music?
So my artist of the year, I'm going to give Lizzo. I thought she had a great year. Even if you don't like her music, she's doing her thing.
Yeah.
You know, why food gotta taste great when you're on the diet or whatever the hell she was singing about.
You know what she said, you asshole.
why food great when you gotta lose weight or whatever it is she says. You know what I'm talking about. You know that song.
Oh, I know that song.
You know the song. You know the lose weight. Yeah, that song. Yeah.
Would you say decade or year? You're saying year for her.
Yeah, I'm giving her this year. I'm giving her the year 2019. Now, artist of this decade, I'm giving to Drake. I think Drake has a solid 10 years. He's consistently been on the billboards. Love him or hate him, but he has a formula where he'll find an artist that's hot, the song that's hot, and he'll jump on that shit just to keep himself relevant. And then he'll hit you with another project. I think he figured out like perfect timing of when to take a break, when to jump on the song, when to release something. Yeah. I don't know. He has a formula that's working, and good for him. Love him or hate him, it's working.
Yeah, he definitely had the best decade. I still gotta give it to Kendrick Lamar though, because every album and every video and every piece of art that Kendrick did was just phenomenal in my opinion. It had everybody stop and like dissect and really break down and real hip hop that shit. So I gotta give it to Kendrick, even though he wasn't as consistent. Even though I'm from the 6 and Drake is the top guy, you know what I mean? So I still gotta give it to Kendrick, man. Kendrick was hip hop.
Here's my comparison with the two. Drake to me is like the Kevin Hart. He's hitting you with all that commercial shit, but he's consistent with it. Yeah. Now Kendrick Lamar, that's that Dave Chappelle. That's when he hits you with something. You're just like, everything stops. Oh, this nigga's on Netflix. Let me go stop and see.
Timeless.
It's timeless too.
Timeless, yeah. There's a feeling that you get when it's timeless. Like in the Good Kid, Mad City, when he's like, "Yo, you shot my brother," and I had that moment. I was listening to the album like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I had to like rewind it, like, because everything leading up to that moment in the album was like, "Holy shit!" Or the Pimp a Butterfly when he's doing all this stuff. It's so weird. You gotta listen to the album over and over, and then you get to the Pac interview at the end. It's like, holy shit, this whole album he's been in Pac's mind or talking to Pac, and this is like a reflection of his West Coast and there, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my God. You know what I mean? It's like, that's next level albums, like next level. Damn seemed like he was just like flexing his muscles and showing that he can make those radio type of songs, or even just those types of songs that people are liking right now. But it still had people on their head like, yo, is the album starting at the end and the end starting at the beginning? People are still dissecting every single song. They were taking like, okay, he has one who's sad, one happy. Is that a reverse mirror effect of you know what I'm talking about? People are fine tooth combing.
Yeah, you can listen to Damn Backwards or something like that.
Yeah, and then he re-released it backwards. Even though that's not his best album, that is still something that people had to stop and like look at it and listen to from a different optics. Not just saying like, oh, it's a good song, and then it just goes in and out. This actually like bounced around in people's zeitgeist in their heads. You know what I mean? And that's why I gotta give it up to him, man. He dropped stuff that was just like, even though it wasn't every year, when he came out, he stopped time. So that's it right there for me. Drake is the Kobe for sure. You know, like he's there, but I gotta give that shit to Kendrick, man. Kendrick Lamar. He just dropped albums that I can look back 20 years from now and tell my kids, this is what hip hop sounded at its best at this time. You know, you want to hear hip hop at that time? You want to hear dope ass rap music? Drake for sure. If you want to hear like what was people were being influenced by and what changed the landmark of music, Drake for sure. But if you want to hear what the best of hip hop, the apex, the zenith, the elite, listen to Kendrick. You know what I mean? So I gotta give it to Kendrick, and that's real rap. That's real hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Let me start spitballing some movies. You want to do the decade or the year real quick? I think we did the year, so let's do decade.
The year last time, yeah. Let's do the decade.
All right, so decade. Get Out is on my movie decade list.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
No order. I'm just hitting y'all with some of my movies of decade.
Let me say one while you stay after you say your point for that too. Go ahead.
Oh well, yeah. Go ahead. Get Out, of course. That's Jordan Peele's debut as horror film. It really took horror and thriller and suspense and turned it on its head and used race as like a villain. I thought it was done and executed well. It introduced us to Daniel Kaluuya, who some may have seen earlier in Black Mirror. He had a Black Mirror episode. Yeah, where he was running on the treadmill to get that white woman. So yes, Get Out. What do you have, Casey?
Birth of a Nation is one of my favorite movies of the decade. Came out, let me check the date here real quick. Came out in 2016. This movie got blackballed by Hollywood and everybody who has to do with cable television and everything. They didn't want us to know about this movie. But fuck y'all. This movie was a classic. Had me my feelings in the theater. I gotta say one of my worst movies of the year. I gotta give that up to 12 Years of Shit, because that was just showing us more pain for the black man. I'm sick of that shit. Birth of a Nation is a movie that we need more of in theaters to see what really happened. And like what happened in Tulsa, we need to see stories like that. You know what I mean? Something more, Birth of a Nation is that movie though, man. They blocked that guy. I'm just gonna look up his name so I can say his name, because they blackballed that guy for making this movie, and they threw him under every bus from the west to the east of the United States. They put him through everything. So I gotta give it up for that movie. Best movie of the decade. You
got anything running in the background again? Just making sure.
What's up?
It sounds choppy. I'm just rolling with the punches, though. I'm gonna have one ear out and one ear out like this.
Okay.
Mad Max Fury Road. That's one of my movies of decades. I thought it was done great.
Got that right here.
Got that right there. Okay. This cinematography alone holds the film up, because the action is fun, but the cinematography and the different angles. Even if you watch, they re-released the movie in black and white. That shit was beautiful too. So it's a great action film. Tom Hardy barely speaks in the movie, but he still gives a compelling performance as Mad Max. Charlize Theron steals the show.
Yep.
So yeah, great film, great action film.
She did so great. I wanted to see a movie of her story in the movie. You know, like give us a separate little mini movie or something of her. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite movies of the decade. I bought that day one on Blu-ray, man, when that came out. And I don't usually go and cop Blu-rays, but that one I was like, I gotta have that. Cinematography is beautiful. The character, the costumes were beautiful. Everything in this movie, even the trucks had character. Like the cars were all separate, had characters. Even the people who were supposed to look exactly the same had facial expressions and characters that made them all look different. So you could separate the one that gets out of the sauce because he was lost in the sauce of brainwashed cultism, and he ends up not messing with that stuff. That he had character. You know what I mean? This movie was across the board all perfect to me for an action movie. This is what we deserve more of. More action movies like this. What's one of your worst?
Adam Sandler's movie career from 2010 all the way to 2018. Every Netflix movie, all that shit was trash.
I had 1 or 2 alright ones.
Everything Adam Sandler has done until Uncut Gems has been trash. Ridiculous Six, all that shit was just terrible. What else is shit? The 50 Shades of Black, Marlon Wayans.
Oh, that was garbage. But also 50 Shades of Doo-Doo. Of Grey. That whole trilogy was garbage. I didn't even watch the whole trilogy, but that first movie was garbage. The second movie was trash. I ended up just turning that off. I was like, this is garbage. I told my girl to put something else on. I'm like, I'm not watching this no more. This is shit. It's an insult to my time. Another shit movie I saw. Went to the theater for this. This was highly acclaimed by everybody around me who was watching animes, telling me, you haven't seen that anime? Oh my God, this movie's going to blow you away. We paid for the tickets. We bought the popcorn. We chose our seats. We were in there early. And then the last Airbender started up. And I was like, I looked over at my cousins and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And they're like, no, it's better than the cartoon. It's better than the anime. I was like, nah, man, this is trash. And that was my first experience with this Airbender doo-doo. And man, that movie was bad.
That shit was trash, man.
So bad. I was so mad in that theater. I was like, yo, y'all wasting my time for this shit. What do you think of Airbender, man? You enjoyed
Airbender is trash. This is a movie from this year, but I'm gonna put it on the list. Glass.
No, what do you think of Airbender? What's your thoughts on my thoughts?
I'm just taking out my pain on M. Night Shyamalan as a whole right now. So let's go. Okay. I'm gonna lump Glass in there too because he fucked that up too. How you take such a good franchise like Split and Unbreakable, you merge them together, and you kill your lead hero in a puddle. An anticlimactic fight where a dude with a clover, we don't even, it could have been Chameleon there for all we know, came up. Who's the dude with the clover? Game over. Flip, little flip just shows up and just puts that man's head in a puddle. And he don't even push hard. He's just like, now you die, Bruce Willis. After Bruce Willis was submerged in water in the tub fighting the beast, he survived that. But Lil Flip shows up with that clover and just pushes his head in the puddle and kills him. The most anticlimactic ending I've seen in movie history in the past 10 years. It was trash.
It was insulting.
It was insulting to the past films. It was just complete trash.
Yeah, man. That was real. That was a rough one.
50 Shades Freed. I guess that's another shitty one, but that whole 50 Shades. 50 Shades everything. Trash.
Yeah, that's what I said. The 50 Shades trilogy was garbage. Remember Big Mamas with Martin Lawrence?
That came out 2010?
Came out 2013, man. Yeah, it's garbage. The Ridiculous, Adam Sandler's The Ridiculous Six was bad. That was the first Netflix movie. That one was horrible. That was the Western. Haunted House, horrible also. With Damon Wayans.
That was Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Wayans, sorry, yeah, that was.
Put that bullshit on Damon. Damon at home relaxing. He's like, I did that bullshit. Put that shit on.
That's the one that I really enjoyed. Drive. Drive was great. Came out 2011.
That dumbass Nicolas Cage movie?
No,
Drive. I think about Drive Angry.
Don't you Nicolas Cage done that? Had an amazing. The cinematography was amazing. The movie was great, man. It got violent when it got violent. It wasn't real violent. The car chase scene was original and smooth the way they did it. It was realistic. Like he just stopped to park the car, let all the madness just pass him by, and then he just chilled out and drove away. It was pretty cool. It's a cool ass movie, man. That jacket, I'm still looking for that shit on Amazon. So
it is on Amazon.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna find it though. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. The Wolf of Wall Street was also a movie that I really liked. That movie was great.
All right, it was some trash. Cop Out with Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is back on the list again. It was trash. I believe it was directed by Kevin Smith. That movie just pissed me off. It just filled me with anger. The remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, where they had Rorschach as Freddy Krueger, he just looked like he had the tampons on his face. His face just looked like nasty, like he had a bad skin infection. It didn't look like a burn. It just looked weird. It just looked like he was a used pad, and he was just ready to get kids.
I gotta say, top movies of the decade. I gotta give it up to Marvel and Disney. They really killed it with Marvel, man. What they did with that built this whole time. It was amazing. So I got to give it up to them, man. They got to be mentioned on this for sure. They're not getting their props from the award shows or nothing, but I got to give them their props.
I'm going to give worst to Grown Ups 1 and Grown Ups 2. They both suck. Stop making these grown-up movies, Adam Sandler. They raise my blood pressure. They piss me off. But I'm glad that you keep my boy Chris Rock employed. So I appreciate you doing that. But it's trash.
It wasn't. Part 1 wasn't that bad.
Hangover Part 3. You're on my fuck you list. Living in what? I thought you were gonna say something. Yeah, like the only good scene is they had a giraffe in the back of their car, and their dumbass, I think it was Doug, he was driving under a bridge and he forgot he had a giraffe and gets decapitated. That's the only funny moment throughout the whole 2-hour film of nothing.
Holy shit! I gotta give it up to the Raid. It came out in 2011. That movie, like, it honestly made me feel like they're raising the bar right now. Kung Fu movies, that style of movie is finally in the American part of the world being respected again. And I was hoping that they were going to get more roles and get more American movies with more American actors mixing it up.
Nope. Star Wars hired them and put them as background characters in the Force Awakens.
It didn't happen. But I thoroughly enjoyed that movie, man. I still have that on Blu-ray, man. That's an incredible movie. The Raid 2 is not bad either. That's a good movie too, but it's not one of my top movies. But The Raid 1, fire.
On my worst list, we're gonna take it back to 2014. Amazing Spider-Man, y'all killed the entire franchise. Jamie Foxx, what the hell were you thinking? You blue dusty bastard as Electro. That was not it.
I forgot.
Crackhead Green Goblin. No, he looked like an opioid addict. He was on some shit.
Yeah.
He just looked wild and crazy. Rhino, why were you there? Were you there just to set up some stuff?
And they had him in the trailer.
They're so focused on Sinister Six, they didn't even want to make this movie. They're just like, we're gonna just throw this out there, but our main, bread and butter is gonna be Sinister Six. But you gotta finish the movie at hand. It's the same problem that Age of Ultron had, where they're so concerned of let's lay the groundwork for all these other films that we forget the movie at hand and they give us a mediocre movie. This movie's not even mediocre; it's below mediocre.
They made the Rhino look like a main villain, like he was gonna do something in this movie.
Hell nah. He got that closing sequence where homeboy hits him with a sewer lid. I was looking at trash.
He didn't even make contact. Did he even hit him? Did he hit him? Man, what a waste. What a waste of budget. You know how much it must have costed for them to do that?
Another on my worst list is Taken 3. You are a shitty father. It's the third time you didn't let your family get taken. Get your shit together. What are you doing? Why'd you let your family get taken 3 damn times? What are you doing this third time? What?
I want you. He doesn't love you.
By the third time, you allowing this shit to happen if it happens 3 times. Twice, I understand twice. But 3 times?
Fool me once, fool me twice. Nah, come on, man.
And then his ex-wife, it was his ex-wife that died in the third movie. I think he just didn't want to pay her alimony. So he got that ass. She made sure she got.
Did you see when he was hopping the fence in the third one? He couldn't even really do it for real. They had to do cut shots. It was constantly cutting the angles and cutting how it was done because he couldn't really hop the fence.
They probably had to give him some emotions. They probably some motivation. They probably look, pretend it's those black men that angered you years ago.
Shit.
Hop that fence. Make sure it's a pack of niggas outside. Oh, Liam Neeson.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got off the top, man. What else you got?
Zoolander 2. Why were you made?
Oh, Lord.
Were you thinking? Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Man. I didn't watch as many times as you, so I watched
Suicide Squad.
God.
All that happened 2016, man. 2016 was rough.
That's a sad year for DC.
2017. Book of Henry was trash. The Emoji Movie.
That looked like garbage.
It was on Netflix. I clicked on it, and I was like, this ain't for me.
Didn't it have Angry Birds movie too?
Oh, yeah. We could throw that on there too. Fuck that movie. 2019. Let me hit y'all for some stinkers from this year. the last Men in Black movie, Men in Black International, that was trash.
That didn't get a penny from me.
Yo, my dad told me that Cats is on video on demand. About to watch that shit at home and drink, baby.
Opioids with that one.
$7
No, fuck all that.
for the whole family. That's a steal.
I won't even ski mask that bullshit. I respect my time.
Hellboy is my worst of 2019.
Wow, really?
The fact that they had David Harbour and they're like, we're gonna follow the source material. The minute that they hired that woman from the Resident Evil franchise as the villain, I knew it was trash. When she showed her face,
she's pretty.
Like, this is a pretty trash ass actress. When she showed up, I was like, y'all out here bullshitting then, huh?
That seems like no or something.
They tried to make up for a lack of script by just using profanity and having blood, unnecessary blood.
I still want
to. I'm talking like your finger cut is blood there. Ah! This paper is strong.
I'm still good. Fuck you.
It'd be the bloodiest paper cut ever. Oh!
And we got a 17%. Jesus.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do with their rated R budget. Instead of like incorporating an adult story while having some blood and profanity when needed, they're just like, nah, F-bomb, 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 blood everywhere. The dopest scene you see where he's like riding on like a dragon or some shit, that's a dream sequence. My guy's on the ground, dreaming of being in the better movie. That's what that is. He's like, I wish I was in the better movie doing this dope shit. Nope. I'm going to just stand up and cuss. The movie starts off with him in Mexico walking around, just regular ass Hellboy. Nobody's questioning it because apparently Mexico is such a terrible place. They're used to seeing demons walking around the street. like when he's in America, they're like, oh, it's a demon now. But when he's in Mexico, they're just like, see? I was like, really? Mexico's that messed up that they're used to seeing the devil walk around the street? Is that what you're trying to say, director?
People in Mexico are seeing these movies too. They're not.
Exactly. I was like,
man, this is not gonna slap.
Like Hollywood, they're always worried about the Asian market, but y'all be doing some disrespectful shit to the Mexican market out here. Having demons walk the streets. Sicario made me scared to go to Mexico.
True stuff. Can't cross that border, okay? Oh,
it's like, damn, Sicario over here. Sicario's on my best list, by the way.
Sicario is definitely on the best list. That was a phenomenal movie, man. You know,
I think that's it for me. I'm also gonna put Joker on there. I know it's cliche, but they did a really dope thing with a DC property that could have went completely left.
Yeah, I gotta say, duh. Obviously, Joker's gonna be on the list. Like, I didn't want to say that because it's like, obviously, come on. I can't list off all the movies I liked. We did a lot for this year, 2019. Gotta give Endgame and Infinity War. All that as a whole, man. They killed it.
Can I play a trailer for Uncut Gems, or is that gonna mess you up?
Let's try it out. Let's see what happens.
You need to look up Julia Fox for research.
Might as well.
Yeah, it's a good research for the podcast. Just type in Playboy afterwards for research. So this is Adam Sandler's way of saying, I'm sorry for all those Netflix movies. Now you see the studio behind this, A24. Same studio that brought you Midsommar, that brought you Hereditary. You got what's her name from Frozen?
I disagree.
Elsa. All right, so you guys get the gif.
Yeah, we get the gif, bro.
So Adam Sandler is at his greasiest, nastiest. Like, I swear, you're always in Toronto. You meet grease bags like this where they're just like, let me clean your jewelry. You want a Gatorade? You walk in there like, let me show you your finest pieces right here.
You leave my city alone.
Greasy ass.
Yeah, this movie looked great, man. I can't wait to watch this thing, man. I actually been to
look like Toronto.
Man, Nah, man, I'm pretty sure it looks like they filmed it at the Diamond District in Manhattan.
Really? Okay. I thought they were being cheap and filmed in Toronto.
Nah, man, just off that trailer right there, I'm pretty sure that's right there in the Diamond District. When he was walking out of the jewelry store, that place is okay. Little history about that place. That place brings the most amount of diamonds anywhere, more than anywhere else in the world. More diamonds actually get sold and distributed at that place. All those blood diamonds that you're seeing coming, that people talk about, all those diamonds that they have the little numbers on there. It goes there and it gets sold. That's a historic place in America. Tiffany Diamonds, that whole giving a wedding ring, that whole marketing scheme came from that block. So has a lot of history that I'm hoping they put into that movie. I actually went to that Diamond District and they showed
the movie's not even really about that history.
I know, but I'm saying it's dope. Go ahead. But I was gonna say more stuff. But yeah, go ahead.
So this is directed by Benny Safdie and Josh Safdie. They also did that movie with Robert Pattinson, Good Time. When I told you about with the two brothers Robin, and they're on the run. It's like a high intensity movie where they're running because the ink packet and the money that they stole blew up, so they have ink all over them, and they're just running from the cops. Yeah. It's that type of white knuckle thriller where you're just like, oh man, this man about to get shot anytime now. The whole time you're watching this film, this character's not likable at all. He's scheming. He's paying off debt with other debt. It'll be something where he's like, I got a nice piece for you. See that Michael Jackson piece right there? That's the one of a kind. You'll watch later on in the film, a dude's like, hey, you still holding my Michael Jackson chain for me? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're like, oh, you're, as a viewer, you're like, that lying bastard. I saw that in this store. What's he talking about? So Adam Sandler plays a character called Howard Ratner. He's the owner of a jewelry store. He's been following these documentaries about Ethiopia and all these different these special colored diamonds. I guess they're called not opium, but they're called I forgot the terminology for the diamond that's in question. But he finds a way of getting those diamonds smuggled to him from Ethiopia, and he comes up with this hustle where he's like, all right, I'm gonna get Kevin Garnett to fall in love with these pair of diamonds. He's gonna really love them, but I'm also going to put these on the auction and have the auction price go up to at least $1 million. And if he loves these diamonds enough, he's going to show up to that auction and pay even more for that. And I could, pay off my debt with this. Yeah. So he's coming up with this whole hustle for his diamond. He's cheating on his wife with actress Julia Fox. Mm-hmm. His wife can't stand him. She's played by Medina Menzel, who plays Elsa in the Frozen series.
Oh, okay.
She has nothing. She wants nothing to do with him. His family doesn't really like him. Everyone in town knows that he's like this snake. He's going from jewelry store to jewelry store, to pawn shop to pawn shop, paying off different debt with different material that he has. So he might get a ring from somebody, turn around, pawn that ring to pay off another person, turn around, take that money, pay gambling debt with that, get money from somewhere else, and then gamble that off. And he just makes bad decision after bad decision. And you're just like, yo, shit's gonna hit the fan eventually. Like, this guy needs to get it together.
Yeah, you're
stressed. You're stressed throughout the film. You're like, how's he gonna make this deal? Kevin Garnett does a great job. I don't even think he was acting. I think they just showed him that jewelry, and they're like, it's all yours, baby. What you gonna get? What you gonna do to get it?
Yeah.
The Weeknd. I hate The Weeknd. I don't like The Weeknd.
Oh Lord, why? What did he do? He didn't slap your hand in the club when he was walking by you?
Oh, man, I already told you I don't mess with The Weeknd. Allegedly, he asked that he didn't want no dark-skinned black women in the club. He wanted light-skinned and white women. Allegedly. I can't say truth because I don't want to get sued. But allegedly, that's what he did. Anyways, in this movie, he's in the movie briefly. He has a segment where he's performing. I don't really feel like it was needed. Honestly, I don't think they gave him a script. He's there to chase white women and to do coke. That's The Weeknd.
It's just doing his thing.
They give him a script. It's just like, all right, do your thing, buddy. We're going to just roll the camera. He does coke, and he chases after Julia Fox, whose character's name is Julia. You get a sick ass white woman. I'm trying to do coke.
Yeah.
That's his only purpose in the movie. He's there to sing, do coke, chase a white woman, and that infuriates Adam Sandler. Like it pisses him off. Now throughout the film, you're seeing the day in life of Howard Ratner. So you're seeing how he does the different schemes, how he juggles dealing with his family and dealing with his mistress.
Yeah.
So like, the first 30 minutes, you're seeing like, all right, this is the hustle. He's gonna go here. He's gonna pay this off. He's gonna go hustle this person, give them a fake Rolex that he stole from that person. And it's like a cycle of fuckery that you're watching. And he's constantly getting chased by these different mobsters. One of the head mobsters that are chasing him, the guy's name is Arno. Arno's always on his ass to the point where
his ass.
Arno is on his ass from start to finish of the movie. Whenever you see Arno, you're just like, some shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
And this sneaky little greasy bastard, he'll find a way to get out of it. Like Arno might be there and Kevin Garnett's there. He'll say, I don't know that guy, and have Kevin Garnett's like security like beat up Arno. Arno be like, I'll get you next time I see you.
I'll get you next time.
They're not gonna be there to save you. So yeah, that constant threat of Arno and the other mobsters after him is always there looming. Like there's scenes where they get really tight shots where he's walking, and I'm just like, oh man, I don't know what's around the corner. It might be Arno with a bat.
Yeah.
shit is getting intense. And that it might happen. There's a lot of these shots that are just so tight. And that's the director's directing style. They did that a lot with Good Time, where they'll zoom in. They'll do like a slow zoom on a certain scene. The movie opens up with them zooming into his colon through a colonoscopy. Now,
what?
Hey, that's how they. And as they zoom out, it's like glimmering. Like as they're zooming in, it first starts off like a gem, and you're like, "Oh, we're looking at inside this diamond." And as it zooms out, you're like, "Nah, man, that's fecal matter I'm looking at now. What's going on here?"
Yeah.
You're watching the colonoscopy, baby.
That's Adam Sandler's way of saying, "Kiss my ass."
And that's what that is art. that is art. They do a second scene like that at the end, but it's for a reveal of something. So I'm just like, all right, they're laying the groundwork here for what's gonna happen at the end. The movie as a whole is very high. It's high intensity. The runtime is not too bad. I think it's about 2 hours and 10 minutes. But that whole time, they slow down for one moment, just like a slow, like I want to say 15-minute family scene, just to establish that his family thinks he's a piece of shit. But after that, we hitting the ground still, baby. We still on the run. Arnold's still on your ass. Every scene's just like, oh. He gets caught a couple times. He might get beat up, end up naked in the trunk of a car. You know, the usual.
Yeah.
Julia Fox, she does a really good job as a supporting character. She's the mistress. She's that ride or die mistress. Like I really felt for her character. He's taking care of her, and he had her in a separate apartment. And their dynamic, it's that toxic, dysfunctional couple, but it's still believable. Like I could see a New York couple arguing in the street like them. So she did a really good job portraying that character. I'm not sure what other acting credit she had, but she did the damn thing in Uncut Gems. I didn't know what Uncut Gems was to begin with. I thought they were talking about not being circumcised because I know he's Jewish. So I was like, maybe Uncut Gems means he didn't get circumcised and he's out here being Jewish with foreskin.
That's good. That's funny right there. That's good.
Your boy's been writing, baby. But no, that's not what Uncut Gems is. It's that raw jewelry, that raw gem that they get from Ethiopia before they fine tune it with the different cutting techniques and selling it. So it's that raw jewel. So that's what his whole thing was smuggling that. Lakeith Stanfield, he's a good supporting character. He's there just to push the plot along. He's the friend to Kevin Garnett, who's supposed to be handling the jewel. And there's times where Howard, Adam Sandler's character is like, yo, where's the jewel? And the black guy's like, no, I'm gonna get it when I get it, man. I'm at this weekend party. Howard's so like antsy because he has Arnold on his ass. He's like, "Get the fucking jewel, man! I need this, man." So you see the intensity with his character because he has a gambling addiction, and it's sad. Like he's making these bets, and he knows that they probably won't hit, but he's so addicted he don't care. He's getting his ass kicked for, I want to say, an hour and a half of the 2 hours that you're watching this film, to the point even his wife is trying to kick his ass. His wife don't respect him. The people in his shop don't respect him. Arnold's always chasing and beating him up. His father thinks he's a loser. Everybody thinks he thinks he's a loser. He knows he's a loser.
Yeah.
So it's a character study of a person with gambling addiction who's just so caught up in debt and so like he's strung out on this fixation of getting that thrill of winning, regardless of what happens to him. He's just like, yo, I gotta place that bet. I don't care if I get beat up. He got a beautiful wife at home. He's married to Elsa, but he out here trying to clap Julia Fox's cheeks.
Yeah, he didn't realize he was winning all along. You know?
Nope. He didn't realize he had the because things I noticed as I'm watching the film are like, he has his own business. He has a beautiful house. He has 3 kids.
What is this guy's problem?
What the hell? Why are you doing this shit?
He's the problem.
His family's like Jewish, like old, rich money Jewish. Like they established that during it's not a bar mitzvah, but it's like a family get together, and they're talking about money, and the dad's like, "Yo, this person's rich," and no, that person's rich, and the dad's like, "Don't worry, man. Rich is rich. You're doing good in life. Like, why are you worried about the next man?" And that's like the message, like to the viewer, like, you worried about other people. You're trying to get that fix of that thrill of winning, and you don't even realize you've been winning the whole damn time.
Exactly. That's it right there. That's a good message too, because a lot of people are caught in the sauce.
He got caught this whole movie. He drowned in the sauce, man.
Yeah. So that's a good movie for our time. A lot of people need to see that message.
It's when clout chasing goes wrong. This movie should be like anti-clout chasing.
I'm seeing that every day in these
Ain't no happy ending in this shit, man. When you got Arnold on your ass for 2 hours, you gonna get God eventually.
You're going right out of stamina.
He's gonna go right out of stamina. There's one scene because he's been looking greasy all film. There's one scene where he falls into like a puddle of water, and like he looked like Adam Sandler that one scene. But the rest of the movie, he fully embodies this Howard Ratner guy. Like I didn't see Adam Sandler until he got splashed with that water where they washed the grease and sadness off.
Bacchanal.
Okay, test that out.
But yes.
Yeah, I saw Adam Sandler like outside of the role and stuff, and he was wearing like Hermes belts and matching shoes and a silk shirt. I was like, man, he's actually really liking the gear after he did this role.
Nah, like, man, he out here looking like greasy Lando. He looks like Lando Calrissian.
He looks like he actually started to like the clothing though, because he's actually starting to rock with brand name shit now.
Nah, Adam Sandler's like one of those like dads who he probably saw that clothes on set and he's like, I'm not about to buy no damn clothes, and he took the damn wardrobe home with him. That's what that is.
I'm wondering if the homeless dude who was cursing him out during the TIFF saw the movie early, and he was like, just taking it out on Adam Sandler, like, or Adam just brought that energy now to himself because he did this role.
Maybe, man.
That homeless dude was pissed. Nobody knows what it was about.
Maybe he saw that movie because I'm watching this movie. I'm like, you say WTF like every 5 minutes because you're watching and you're like, why are you doing this? But you gotta take a step back and realize this guy is not there mentally. He has an addiction.
Yeah, man, that homeless guy was like, you gotta get your shit together.
Like he really thought that dude was probably. He's like, yeah, that's not Adam Sandler. That's Howard Ratner I'm seeing right now. I gotta
get your shit together. Homeless
wife, kid.
Yeah, it's like you got me, baby. What are you fucking up? So overall, what you give this movie, man? How you feel?
This is 9. Kevin Garnett did a great job. Julia Fox, great supporting character. Weekend, he's there to do coke and chase white women. And Adam Sandler carries this film from start to finish. This is his movie. He has the most screen time. He gives you. It's not like one of those movies where it's like, oh, like I'm crying because it's such a, it's a drama. You'll be crying, I guess, if you just feel bad for him because he just keeps digging that hole. And I think everybody has witnessed or might even personally know somebody like that who just they're so indulged by that thrill. They want that clout. They don't care what happens. They're just like, I don't care. I'm gonna do this set myself on fire challenge on YouTube. Get these views. It's the same vein as this guy. He's trying to get that next hit by gambling.
Yeah.
Even though he has a lovely wife, a nice house, he's like, it owns his own jewelry store. He's like, nah, I need more. I need to gamble. I need to keep gambling until I win.
Yeah. Party's over, Adam. Go home to your family.
He's like, nah, man, I'm trying to get these wins.
Netflix must be pissed. Is this part of Netflix or what? Because like,
no, it's not part of Netflix. Hey, and Julia Fox has a lingerie scene.
I got my Google on right now, and I'm getting my Google on, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Even the hoteps that were in the theater, they're like, I think I like white women. Now, like they're thinking about it for a second. They're like, white women thing ain't so bad.
Yeah, man.
They took off the African medallion and everything. They're watching. Once you put that lingerie on, they took the African medallions off, put it in their pocket. They started watching. One guy in the theater said, "Shit," and I started nudging my dad. I was like, "You hear that? You hear that?" And then my dad got quiet. I was like, "Damn, you one of them too? You out here just quiet." Yeah, there's a scene where Adam Sandler's character is in the closet, just watching her try on lingerie, and I felt like the dirty man in the closet watching her try on lingerie.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
The cameraman, it was directed so well that you physically embodied him as he's being creepy in the closet watching her try on lingerie.
Yeah,
that's art.
Yeah, man, looks good.
9 out of 10 art. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna go watch Cats. I found out that you can rent it on demand, so I'm about to watch that shit. Get the whole family, get some alcohol in my system, and watch Cats.
I'm gonna watch that Kevin Hart show. I want to talk about that next week. It's on Netflix right now. I'm gonna check that out. See what.
Is he pandering? Because I know he said some anti-gay comments, so I feel like he's gonna give you like a whole episode where he's like, "I'm not homophobic."
I don't know. I'm gonna check it out. I have no idea what it's about.
My bad.
It's gonna be like a mix of him doing comedy and then show like a vlog style thing, but I'm not too sure yet. I'm gonna check it out.
I feel like this documentary is gonna be him saying he's sorry. He's gonna just grab random gay people. Here's my friend Elton John. We hang out all the time. Elton John, I don't know this nigga. Quit playing Elton. Kiss me.
I don't know. We will see. I'm definitely gonna talk.
I'm not homophobic. Here's a random gay fella I know right here. Let's go ahead and bring him on over here.
Take somebody. Here.
Take somebody. Look at me. I'm not homophobic. It's like when the white person gets caught saying something racist and they grab random niggas. I love all these niggas right here. Look at them.
Exactly.
I got plenty of black friends, and they start counting. There's Leroy. There's Lamont. There's Chris. There's always a nigga named Chris. There's Chris. That's what Kevin's gonna be saying. He's gonna start whipping out random gay people. And then one time a man brushed against my butt, and I even complained. I told y'all I ain't homophobic.
Yeah.
He did a little clap. I told you. See, no problems.
You hear those okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, good.
So yeah, I'm gonna be watching that shit, looking at Kevin like, you lying now. He gonna bring out Lil Nas X and dance with him, probably.
Exactly, yeah.
Always Old Town Road at my house. I'm not homophobic.
Lil Nas X trying to catch that wine, and he's like, whoa,
hey. This doesn't bother me.
Exactly.
Lying now. You're gonna be sweating all hard and shit. I'm not uncomfortable. This is my norm.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man. It's episode 107.
All right, man. I'm gonna come up with my own show. I'm gonna bring a bunch of gay people. We're gonna infiltrate Kevin Hart's house with hidden cameras. We're gonna see how he really feels when the cameras ain't rolling.
Get your ass out of
Get your loose ass out of my house. And then we're gonna be like, the cameras are rolling. They are. You gonna start that clapping? What?
It'll be all these F-bombs. You know, all
I love y'all. All right, that's it for me.
Yeah, man, me too, man. Thank you, everybody, for listening again, man. We really appreciate you. Twitch, coming for that ass. Website, are we coming for that ass?
Coming from all types of asses, man, because we're progressive. We're progressive here at the Bacchanal Podcast.
Yes.
Coming from all types of asses. Front, back, side to side. Bacchanal Podcast is here to slide.
They're trying to do under an hour for this episode.
Are we under an hour? Where we at?
We're at hour 35.
Oh, okay. Yep. So we're done then.
You lying ass.
Not bad.
He lied. Y'all niggas worship him.
Yeah, man. All right, everybody. Episode 107 of the Bacchanal Podcast. It's a pleasure, man.
Peace.
Peace.